this new, dark, dangerous energy because it's war this season.
And for the first time, there is a power that comes over the top of them that is as powerful or more powerful than they are.
I didn't realize, even I didn't. I'm like, oh my gosh, that thing that happened is so cool.
The momentum of the story really flies throughout it.
This season is spectacular.
We've been doing this for half a decade now, for 5 years. So, and we're together like for 6 to 7 months, all together, living together, working together, 24/7. And there's been such a bond and such a sense of comfort and trust that we've developed from day one.
Lovely catching up with people and meeting the people that you've worked with the previous 2 seasons, and the crew and the cast, the technicians.
As soon as I go back and I put that costume back on, I'm like, oh, this is what it feels like, and it's exciting, and it still feels new and special because we have new and special characters that, you know, get introduced every season.
To be part of something so big and so epicness, like the foundation is just really incredible. And I'm actually very, very thankful to do them, to do these shows. I get the best of both worlds, you know. I get to do small indie films back home in Denmark and do big-ass American studio productions. And I'm probably the luckiest guy in the industry. I don't know why I'm always the villain, because I don't feel very evil. But maybe it's because I have an accent. Maybe it's because I look the way I look. I smile the way I smile. I don't know why.
I was thrilled to have my scenes with Pilo because, you know, I'm very aware of him, and I loved his performance in Game of Thrones. I was a huge Game of Thrones fan, so I could sit there and nerd out with him and ask him all these questions about the show. And I was delighted by him and delighted by his energy and his presence.
As you see in the season, you can have all the army you want, but as soon as you get into the minds of an army, the guns are kind of useless because they can just be turned on you.
I mean, what would scare me about anyone like that would be all power being put in the position at hands of one person. I don't think that constitutionally human beings are able to act responsibly in those circumstances.
The Michael Joel part is what scares Gail the most, because she knows what that power holds, because she holds that power. And she knows he's more powerful than anything or anyone she's ever met before. Yeah, and just like that, you don't know what to expect with that. You can't anticipate anything. The way Gail does Foundation 2 is pretty well done. She kind of is following the trajectory of what should happen, but being very deliberate in, you know, when the religious era starts and ends, and being like, she kind of, and it's a system that works, you know. So yeah, I think Gail's approach is probably, I admire that, and I think that would be mine.
I think really the hardest thing to do always with this show is to make sure that you keep the emotional life alive within a show that's about so much else. And that's what makes Foundation so brilliant, is you have this huge sense of scale and these incredible sets. We're shooting in so many different countries, and when you watch the show, you're lost in all these different worlds. And I think it's not so much the challenge, but more the exciting thing is, how do we personalize this? You know, how do we make this human and individual? If you thought the scale of season 1, season 2 was big, season 3 somehow is even bigger.
Yeah, it's just really exciting, and it's better. Every season I think we get better and better, and this one's definitely the best one so far, in my opinion.
Honestly, I think the audience are in for one hell of a ride.
Foundation, Staffel 3. Jetzt auf Apple TV+.